Hello and welcome back to another Life Lessons Learned brought to you by Tim Unscripted. And we are covering the fourth core of credibility today, which is results. What's your track record? What is your track record? Results matter. They matter enormously to your credibility. People evaluate your results and performance on three key indicators: past performance, current performance, and anticipated performance. Past performance, your reputation, and the track record for delivering results, not just activities. Notice it says not just activities. Current performance, producing results now, not resting on past performance. And anticipated performance, how people project you will perform in the future based on past and current results. How does this actually play out in the practical sense? I will tell you that a lot of times for me, it's been, okay, I have metrics and measurement that I can fall back on. And as a consultant, one of the things that I've always pitched myself on was, how much money do I save an organization? How much opportunity do I unlock? And get a hard value, hard number to lock in on that. Where did I save the company money due to something that was avoided or, that would have been lost? These are the things that I look at and I go, these are past results. Now, they're an indicator of what my present performance might look like. And while I am performing, I am collecting results. In fact, right now, one of the things that I'm doing is I'm looking at where my timeline is as far as delivery against my statement of work. I'm figuring out how I'm doing on the budget, making sure that the capabilities are getting out the door, that we as a team are functioning well, that nobody's getting burned out. I've got a lot of results to go back to. In fact, my weekly status reports, and by the way, as a guy who's in the product development space, there are times where I get to do client engagements that are more traditional, less iterative, less responsive to market changes. And that's okay. I mean, this is the part of being a consultant that I signed up for. So I'm not bothered by this. So my cadence and how we work as a team, a lot of things are just different. Not right, not wrong, just different. And so I'm looking at the results, and my status reports are like 6-7 pages long. And of course, a lot of that is because I am consistently recording my activities, what I'm achieving, using an integrated development environment, because I'm working with software guys. I'm working with builders. And so I look at the status report and I'm like, wow, I really did deliver some results. I removed some impediments over here. I got these conversations kicked off. I was able to help bring clarity over here. All of these are economic drivers, folks, all of them. And so when I anticipate what future results are, I know that I have systems and processes and things that I've developed for myself that I will use and deploy as a toolbox to help future teams deliver results. They go right to the heart of who I am as an individual. I like to get stuff done, which is the reason why I've got this entire video series out on YouTube. It's because I want to deliver results. Now, not at the expense of my fellow teammates, not at the expense of my client, not at the expense of our company, not at the expense of anybody. In fact, sometimes delivering results is basically saying, look, what we're working against here is organizational challenges that you as a client are really putting us in a position where we can't deliver results. And so it's going to be better for you and better for us if we back away from this relationship. And that's a hard choice to make. And it's an even harder conversation to have. But it does happen occasionally from time to time. And it goes back to all the other cores that I've already covered, whether that be integrity, intent, capabilities, and now, of course, results. So this is really the summation of that metaphor that I mentioned in the whole integrity thing, which is the view or photograph or the oak tree. Those leaves that are on the oak tree's branches So we've gone from roots to trunk to branches. Those leaves are the result. They're the result of growth. They're the result of the oak tree doing what it needed to do because it was deeply rooted. I didn't bring the metaphor into the two prior videos, but I wanted to wrap it up because results are sometimes easier to see than anything else because we immediately focus on, wow, this is a beautiful green oak tree. But there's a lot more that goes into it. And so that concludes the 4 cores of credibility. And this is another life lesson learned, brought to you by Tim Unscripted. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, share with your friends, because we're going to start taking a dive into the 13 trust behaviors following this video. Looking forward to seeing you there. And you have completed another episode of Tim Unscripted.